Welcome to the Money Clarity Podcast. I'm your host, Lindsay Shiraka. I'm a YNAB certified coach and a certified money coach, and I am here to help you stop feeling stressed about money. Together, we'll get your finances organized so that you can finally feel confident about not only spending and saving, but using your money as a tool to go after your biggest, wildest dreams. Let's dive into today's episode. Have you ever felt like the entire month of December is kind of like you're walking on this invisible tightrope? You know, that fine line between loving the holidays, loving to give, but the minute you look at your checking account balance, that familiar knot of anxiety comes creeping right back in. Plus, there is so much pressure to be spending right now between all of the ads that are bombarding us left and right, kids making epically long Christmas lists, and all of the holiday gatherings that are popping up. It is so easy to get overwhelmed by everything that not only needs to be done before the end of the year, but also everything that you could be spending money on right now. Yes, we all want to spend and save with confidence, but also the pressure to buy that perfect gift for everyone and their spouse can make us feel like we've completely lost control. So what do we do? First off, today I want to encourage you to take a deep breath and remember, you're doing great. Secondly, let's take a step back and think about things a little bit differently. I want to encourage you to look at the emotional reason for your spending. Then we're going to use intentional budgeting to make sure that our gift giving feels not only expansive and joyful, but it also feels fully aligned with our values and our actual budget. Because the truth is, a lot of the things we want cost money. But that's okay. The goal isn't to stop wanting or to stop giving. The goal is to be intentional about it. So the first thing I want you to ask yourself is, why am I buying this? Notice I said why, not what. The what is a sweater. You're buying a sweater. But the why, is it because you feel obligated? Or is it because you want to see a huge smile on their face and you know they're going to love this thing? Those are two totally different things. Honestly, so often the reason we overspend during the holidays comes down to obligation. We buy out of a fear of judgment or guilt that we're not doing enough. Or maybe because we're chasing the feeling we think spending will create. So what I'd like you to do is look at gift giving as it is related to the 5 love languages. Now, if you aren't familiar, the 5 love languages is a book by Gary Chapman. And if you haven't read this book, I would definitely recommend giving it a read. I will link to it in the description below. But as always, check to see if your library has a copy of it before you run out and buy it. So the basic concept is that there are 5 general ways that people express and experience love: quality time, acts of service, words of affirmation, receiving gifts, and physical touch. The premise of the original book is how you can learn to speak your partner's love language, because most of the time, your primary love language is not the same as theirs. For example, if their love language is words of affirmation, but you are trying to show your love by buying gifts, they may not see or feel your love as you intended it. It's literally like you are speaking Spanish and they only speak French. The message is literally getting lost in translation. So, knowing that backstory, let's use the 5 love languages as a simple framework to check in with our gift-giving love language. So here are a couple examples. Is your gift giving driven by a desire for quality time? If so, maybe you can shift a $200 gift into a picnic with your family or game night with your friends. If your main goal is to spend time with someone, what is a way that you could change your gift from something that costs a lot to something that costs less, but is perhaps even more meaningful because you are getting to spend time with that recipient? Or maybe your gift is driven by an act of service. This area is all about freeing up time or handling a task that the person finds overwhelming. Could you offer to babysit for your sister and your brother-in-law so that they can go on a date night or simply get some chores done around the house? Or maybe you are great at organizing and you can help your mom for an afternoon so she finally has a decluttered closet full of clothes that she actually likes. Or what about words of affirmation? This area is really about recognizing your recipient's achievements and their worthiness. This can usually be a $0 gift that has a priceless emotional return. Honestly, it could be as simple as a heartfelt card where you share how much their friendship has meant to you over the years. By taking some time to look at why you actually want to give a gift, you just might realize that the highest value might not actually be that physical gift. So instead of buying a thing just for the sake of buying a thing and having a gift for someone to open, now you are giving yourself permission to let that obligation go and gift in a way that is more meaningful to both you and the recipient. So once you know the why behind your gifting, how do we take that and put it into our budget? Honestly, we're using YNAB. It is super simple. So here's your 3-step holiday budgeting process. Number 1, define your budget. Take some time to sit down now and figure out what is our total all-in number for all of December. Now, this should include everything in addition to gifts. So this is things like holiday baking, travel expenses, decorations, food, entertainment. And it may feel too late for this year, but honestly, now is better than never. You know that Chinese proverb of when's the best time to plant a tree? 30 years ago? Next best time? Today? Go with that here. So you can always start today for this year and then make improvements for next year based on what you've learned. And I actually have a helpful workbook that can walk you through creating your budget. It'll give you a bunch of holiday thrifty swap ideas and will help you to have a wonderful holiday season without breaking the bank. It is called Thrifty and Merry, and I will link to that in the description below. So once you've decided on a total number that feels right for you, then let's move on to step 2. So step number 2 is to create that category within YNAB. So open up YNAB right now. Let's go ahead and open it up and create a specific category. Feel free to call it something fun, like a joyful December. Then set the target to be the amount that you just came up with. Now you have a tangible goal that you can put money towards. And once it's funded, you have to treat it like a non-negotiable limit. If you're able to do this, you will be able to start off the new year without a credit card hangover. And how great would that be? Step number 3, find the money before you spend. This is the key that makes YNAB work for all of your categories, not just this one. If you take a minute to check your budget before you spend, you will know with complete certainty if you have the money to spend or not. One more budgeting tip / reminder. December is busy. You are likely going to forget to budget for something, and that is completely okay. This is where we go with YNAB's 3rd rule, roll with the punches. This is your permission slip to be a human, right? Things happen. Don't panic. Don't let it feel like it's ruined your whole budget. Just open up YNAB, find a category that is currently less important than this unexpected expense. Maybe you take $25 from a new shoe category and move it over to your December category. All's good, you move on. Also, if you are starting this and it's already mid-December, maybe it's not realistic to fully have all of the cash that you need to fund everything for this year. But what if you focus on making an improvement from last year? Then, when January comes, you can reset your budget, reset your target, and you can set it so that you are setting aside a little bit each month for next year. Remember, progress over perfection. All right, so this December, I want to challenge you to look beyond the price tag. Align your spending with your deepest values. Use your budget as a guiding tool and truly spend and save with confidence. And if buying extravagant gifts is truly not in your budget this year, that is 100% okay. Don't let anyone guilt or shame you into feeling like you have to spend money that will put you in debt. I want to say that again for those in the back. Do not let anyone guilt or shame you into feeling like you have to spend money that will put you into debt. Because you are worth living the life of your dreams and not going into debt to get there. Because remember, your biggest, wildest dreams are within reach. I believe that. I am here to believe that for you until you can start believing it for yourself. So until then, go make some money moves so that you too can start to experience financial freedom. That's all for this episode of the Money Clarity Podcast. My hope is that today's conversation gave you a little bit of clarity and confidence to take the next right step. If you're ready to dive deeper into your relationship with money, you can find more resources, both free and paid, at theexuberantelephant.com/everything. You can also find that link in the show notes. And if you're enjoying the podcast, please leave a rating and review. It really helps the show reach more people just like you. Talk to you next time.